Perfect. Just had to check my messages there real quick, but holy moly, folks. I guess I can head back to this stairs. Kraken City welcomes you to die. They tried their best, alright, but nothing can keep us down. Never tell me the odds. Fantastic. Sort of nonsense is why Shoals terrifies you though, Thelfine. It's your last pick except for Spider without resistance to poison. Ooh, I did not realize quite how poisoned I was there. Holy moly. Let us put on poison resistance. How about that? That seems like a halfway intelligent thing to do. Beautiful. And my merfolk friend, I'm just gonna boomerang you to death. What are you carrying? Vorpal Trident. Yeah, I feel like Shoals used to be my #1 most terrifying. Spiders come up a lot of points in that regard. Especially with the still being like slightly uncertain as to how some of the what kind of new things we can find there since the what was it, like the 0.28 change. But yeah, now I find that pretty scary. Swamp is still probably my preferred first S branch, the quote-unquote easiest, though it's not always quite so straightforward, of course. Depending on the character and how things are looking. There we go. Fortunately, the centaur decided to be in a terrible spot. Walk halfway towards us without even noticing we were there, so that is just beautiful. Which one am I missing? Oh, Snake is still... I think Snake is actually potentially the scariest to me. I hate Snake. I don't hate Snake. I actually think Snake is a lot of fun and a good challenge. It's just terrifying to me. You want? Here's what we're gonna do. Just none of that. Perfect. We can explore the rest of the floor here pretty safely. Really, you find Snake the easiest? Oh, that's so funny. I guess, do you find it the easiest for the kiting? Like, just because you can kite a lot at the enemies, so a lot of times you can be relatively safe? I think for me, what it boils down to is kind of like what you were mentioning about Shoals there, which is just that Snake has a penchant for randomly ruining your life. Just getting like a few guardian serpents all hanging out together and you can't kill them fast enough, and then suddenly you're just constantly surrounded and there's no escape, and then you're constricted so you can't walk back up those stairs either. No, it adds up for sure. Oh geez Louise. Do I want to lignify? Geez, those are all expensive, so I guess we're going to. It's not ideal. Oh, especially with the freaking trident wielder over here. Kind of boils down to making sure you don't get surrounded. There's one nega type, right? The guardian serpents? Yeah, the guardian serpents are the bane of my existence for sure. But again, all mostly is dependent on character, I find. Heal wounds, curing, and berserk rage. Another lignify. Screw it. We're extending our transformation, I guess. This is my life now. I am become tree, destroyer of worlds. At least hopefully destroyer of worlds. We'll see how it goes. Come on. 32 damage with your weapon, so I'm not one shot. Okay, now I'm pretty much one shot. Heal wounds, please. Here we go. Oh, okay. Really no reason for me to be playing so fast and loose. That's the classic end of the evening effect. As I'm getting very, very close to the end of stream, I start doing just inane things. Just the stupidest thing you could possibly imagine a human being being capable of. You know, we do our best here. We dress to impress. But let's see if we can't clear a little bit more of this floor before we head off for the evening, shall we? Doing a quick little look-see-loo. Fantastic. Ah, our first Javelineer. Hello, my friend. I do love to engage you in close quarters combat, and we gain a whole 1 javelin. Yay. Not exactly ideal, but that is fine. We're actually hanging out next to the walls here. Works out well for us because it does prevent the Winddrake's airstrike from dealing quite as much damage. You bet the shield's already paid for itself though, 100%. I mean, even just for the willpower alone. Like, I'm surprised we have had the occasional Mesmerize and Fear at the end of the day. I think we're at 2 pips. No, we are at 3, so they're probably pretty dang low odds to take effect here. Maybe we need to check that out on the next one. I've kind of been on autopilot just a bit here, since everything is, you know, just kind of working, kind of going. Merfolk Impaler. Ooh, lots of merfolk that I probably shouldn't step towards all of them. That seems silly. Instead, let's split these sons of guns up. Oh, you fools. Never follow a Gnoll up the hallway. It's the single greatest mistake a merfolk can make. Fantastic. And that should be just about the thick of it. Oh, hey. Hello there, my windy friend. Hello and goodbye. And we did leave that water elemental alive somewhere, but maybe that's fine. We'll let them do their thing, you know? And here goes risking everything. Ooh, okay. Okay, your slowness screwed me. There we go. Okay. Bring you upstairs. Try to stick to dry land. Okay, we have a bit of a loop-de-loop around here that's all dry land, so then we can just be as unfair as we possibly can. Oh, no, stay out of the water, please, sir. We have rules. We have rules and regulations for a reason. There we go. Okay, and then once we start getting too injured, we start walking around. Our regen should outpace this dang turtle son of a gun something fierce. That is lovely. And otherwise, we'll just rinse and repeat. This is our life now. Beautiful. Not too shabby whatsoever. Let's see where one of these other ones leads, shall we? I do not like the look of that alarm trap. So I'm going to say this stairwell is a no-go. Did I do halls? I have not yet, no. I guess I have the resistances for it this game. That's something I'm not really used to. 22 damage. Water Strike is 3d17 on you, my friend. Just burning through all of our cash here. Or alternatively, I just used a real potion there instead in order to try and retain some tiny amount of cash monies here. Oh, okay, and Javelinier is not who you want to see. No paralyze, please. Resistance, invisibility, and heal wounds. I'll take it. Oh, shoot. Stairwell's gone. Oh, I forgot that's what these sons of guns did. Okay. These buddies have infinite will. The rest of you do not. Oh, come on, Javelinier. Heal. Go upstairs. Perfect. Just like we planned, folks. Not a single danger there. I was not concerned even for a moment. Oh man, I maybe should get some more cash, but I'm gonna delve the depths or plumb the depths here one more time, maybe a couple more times. We'll see how it goes. I'm all about moving the goalposts. Yeah, those freaking water nymphs normally are kind of a non-issue, and I kind of ignore them most of the times I'm here, except for trying to prevent them from waterlogging my staircase and ruining my life. For whatever reason. Not so much the case this time around. They're definitely giving us some trouble. I guess we have relatively low AC. Our Fighting's up to 12, so we're slowly but surely gaining more health, but still a ways off in that department as well. That's probably the best we can do at getting the Javelineer close to us, so let's just murder you, my friend. Perfect. 2 silver javelins. I'm very happy to see. Another water nymph. See, okay, there we go. That's a bit more what I've expected from these Sons of Guns in the past. Again, that seemed appropriate. +7 Trident of Protection. Okay, this merfolk is not kidding around. There we go. And wait, was that both a Harpy and a Water Nymph, or is this a shapeshifter? Must have been both, I guess. Oh, and this Javelineer decided to save us the trouble of chasing them down. Just step right up. I appreciate you, my friend. And there we go. Now the Harpy has seen me, right? Excuse me? No? I'm not used to having stealth, so just having the stealth automatically trained by aspect of being a Gnoll and all of that has definitely led to some slightly interesting endeavors here. Okay, we're back up to 6 fogs, so that's lovely. As long as we don't use too many here, we should have that as an option in the future. Water nymphs might teleport to me and block my stairs, so I'm just gonna get the heck out of there. Let's try that out. Forgot all about him training stealth automatically, right? Yeah, and I mean, and we're in relatively light armor. In fact, what's our stealth? No, we don't even have good stealth. What the heck am I talking about? What is wrong with all of these water elementals and harpies and what have you? I think they gotta work on their sentry skills. They're definitely falling for the classic must have been the wind every single time. It's just embarrassing, really. Okay. Our one mission in life is to kill the Avatar. As always, fantastic. Holy moly. Okay, we're getting real close here. I probably should keep clearing around the outside. Around the outside. But we're gonna dip our toes into the waters that are the central area here. Ooh, interesting. Not good enough to swap. Oh my gosh, Kirky. Oh, son of a gun. I'm an axe user. I'm so screwed. I'm gonna kill this innocent. Oh no. Oh gosh, folks, what do I do? Okay, I can head up. I have a decent number of teleports. It's a bit of a waste. But is it? To save a life? Multiple lives, really? Oh, shoot. Okay, new plan. Where's the other one? Nah, do you know what? No, it's... We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna see what happens. Oh gosh. Oh no, nobody look. Oh gosh, it's so horrible. What have I done? Do you see what I have become? Look what you made me do, Zot. We spent so long trying to fight against the evil of Zot that we didn't realize that we become evil. Gasp, egad. Okay. So taking way more damage than I expected from these Sons of Guns. Okay. And once again, more damage than expected from these Sons of Guns. But, there we go. If we just take you kiddos down the hallway here, that should be a little more reasonable. Murder you from afar, as one does. In fact, what am I even doing with my life? Let's just head upstairs and heal. Gaze into the abyss long enough, the abyss gazes back. Ah, yes. I wanna say that's Nietzsche. Nietzsche? Why can't I say Frederick? of course. Good old Fred. I want to say it's Fred, is that right? The first thing that actually comes to mind to me is not the philosopher, but is actually Baldur's Gate. The original Baldur's Gate opens with that quote. So that definitely lives rent-free in my head. Nietzsche. There we go. Thank you, Tilwy. I was gonna lose my mind there. I'd suddenly forgotten everything I knew in life. Okay, we have no electricity resistance. But we can change that. And then just poison you up enough. And beautiful. Okay, I'll take these boots of rampaging. It's not like that's adding more opportunities for me to get myself killed. Surely that will not be the case. And let's definitely pick up all these evocables, get that rune, and that is beautiful. Fantastic, folks. Not even going to bother finishing this. We do have it available. In fact, let's try to lock that away. Don't put that in Goldfish memory brain. Put that in Iron Trap memory, please. We can come back here for additional throwables and additional experience at some point down the road. Keep that in mind as I design this rhyme to remind myself how, you know? You're hyped for the new Baldur's Gate? Pretty sure the full release is in a couple months? I believe so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I played through a little bit of it with my partner and with my older brother. And we ended up not getting too far before we decided, let's just hold off for full release and then we can all play it together again. Partially also because they're just so many games that I was playing with people at that time, and I did not have the space on my hard drive for it. So 120 gigabytes or whatever the heck it is for Baldur's Gate 3 was unfortunately a bit unreasonable at the time. I'm hoping that by the time it comes out, I'm gonna have a slightly better rig. In fact, I'm hoping to potentially get a new computer sometime soon, which I'm excited for, because I always wait long enough before getting new pieces of technology, whether that be phone, computer, all that. I wait long enough that what I had versus what I can get for like the cheapest version of it is a gulf. It's just the hugest upgrade. So all of a sudden I'm like going from this computer, which was like at the time, it was top of the line, 1 full terabyte of hard drive. And now I'm looking at computers everywhere and it's like the cheapest gaming rig has a 2 terabyte SSD and a 2 terabyte hard drive. It's just ridiculous. I'm super excited to potentially be getting that. You have an early access, but waiting to see all the classes. Yeah, same. Yeah, I think I got it pretty early. My partner had it slightly before me. I think she got it in like very first release of early access, or at least when it went on sale and opened up for general public. But yeah, very excited for all the classes. Man, I love Baldur's Gate so much. It's a little bit of a departure from the classic Baldur's Gate games, but it's a little more in line with like D&D rule sets, you know, like full 5e implementation. So I do actually really like that, especially now that I've played more games like that. Playing through Solasta with my partner was so fun. But I love Solasta because the combat is so like D&D 5e to its core. Man, all those games are so good. I need to play Divinity through again at some point too. Specifically Divinity 2, probably with a group. Try and get my sister to play, maybe my partner as well. Divinity games are great, so that's what convinced you. Yeah, no, I don't think I ever finished Divinity 2. And I've started it like 7 times with different people. Once on my own, and then like again 6 different groups or different combinations of people. Or even sometimes the same, and it's just been too long since we played that we're like, oh, let's just restart again. So I have the opening island, or like, yeah, the opening island seared into my brain. Even for Baldur's Gate, I think I only played it twice, or maybe 3 times. And the opening scene of the ship is just lodged in there. So I'm gonna have to do that at least once more, probably many more times, seeing as how I always like to try out all of the classes, so it's switching back and forth. Is Celeste in full release now? I believe so. I think it has been for a while, because they also came out with some DLC that adds some extra additional classes, as well as additional campaigns. So yeah, I do believe so. But yeah, Celeste I think does the best in terms of the mechanics. And then I've always heard that Pathfinder has one of the better like storylines. So those two I hear compared most of the time, where yeah, Slasta for mechanics, Pathfinder for story. And one of these days we're gonna get them both in perfect harmony. Maybe with Baldur's Gate 3, we'll see how the rest of the game shakes out once we get there. Nice, you like how it keeps it simple? For sure. Yeah, no, Slasta's a lot of fun. Really easy to just pick up and play and have a good time. And the story's fine too. Like, sure, it's a little simple, and there aren't a huge plethora of options or like different kind of dialogues that you can go about, but still a fantastic game that I'd recommend to anyone. But okie dokie, I think that is where we're gonna call it for this evening. We ended up in a pretty solid run here. Of course, unfortunately, Troglodyte died in a bit of a terrible fashion, but it was to be expected. We didn't quite make it into the Hell Branches, but Pan went surprisingly well until it didn't. Going brainless, of course, huge part of that, but all part of the fun, of course, and jumping in with the Gnolls here. It's been too long since we played Gnoll. I absolutely adore these characters. I'm looking forward to the rest of the run and seeing what kind of fanciful goodness we can get coming our way. Of course, first and foremost, next week, we're going to have to remake our bank account here. I don't know, make some good investments or something, because that's not looking very solid after our trip through Shoals. Maybe Snake will be a little more manageable. We'll have to see what it has in store. Let's also put on these rampaging boots before I forget. That's a good final thing to sign off, bringing us up to 30 AC. Just lovely. Grunter's Ghost is on 3. Right, there is Grunter's Ghost, too. Can't forget about them. The unfortunate predecessor to Grunter II, of course. But regardless, this was a fantastic evening. Really enjoyed this run. Stupidly lucky on Nathaniel, and then followed up by some just brainless, not on the part of the character, but more, air between mouse and keyboard over here. But as to be expected, it is me piloting it after all. But I hope you'll enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing, of course. Always is a fantastic time. And we'll do a quick check right away here to see who's live and who we can send a raid off to. Yeah, of course, Railbird, no problem. No worries, DWE. Usually only catch me on YouTube after Sunday. Well, thanks for dropping on by. I appreciate it. Always lovely to see everyone and get an opportunity to chat back and forth a bit. What happened to Nikolai? Bad things, Dan Brandy. Bad things. Didn't last very long, unfortunately, but we don't talk about Nikolai, is the thing. We stand Nathaniel these days. And you as well, Wedaz. In fact, all of you have a fantastic week. Let's do that check real quick here, just to see if we do have a good option. Yeah, I like that one, Wedaz. Nathaniel came down to find out what became of Nikolai. Where is my father? Unfortunately, didn't even manage to find his body so far, so that's a bit of a shame. Oh gosh, my laptop is not functioning very well. Am I gonna have to manually bring the raid into existence on the computer side of things? I don't want to stall out too long just here at the end. Oh, no, there we go. Maybe? Maybe? Just maybe? You can do it, laptop. I believe in you. Let's all believe in the power of my crappy laptop. Any second now. Any second now. But of course, while we're waiting, again, always just want to keep reiterating the thank you to all you lovely folks for joining us, whether that be, chatting alongside, if you're lurking in the background, or hey, if you're watching this down the road through VODs or YouTube, then thank you each and every one of you for joining us on our lovely journeys. Hopefully we can see Nathaniel go the distance here and make their way into the extended late game, and hopefully make a transition to spellcasting at some point. That was kind of the plan, was to have every spell available to us until the end of time here, but we'll of course have to see how it all goes next week when we jump right back into the adventures of Nathaniel. And so looking at the list here, it does seem like Brain is currently playing some Gloomhaven. It's been a minute since we went that direction, so let's start a raid. To go check out the riders playing Gloomhaven. Definitely recommend sticking around, saying hello. Always a relaxing time over there. Wonderful group of individuals, so stick around, say hello. And yeah, thanks again to all of you for believing in us in the journey, even though we sometimes do incredibly stupid things. But of course, regardless of all of that, I do hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there. And I definitely hope to see you again soon. Just remember, folks, that we never, ever, even for a moment, didn't have it. I'll see you soon.